Hi, I'm Tony Corbell. In this video, we'll talk about 4-light portraiture. In this case, I'm working with 4 lights for one reason. These 4 lights are very separate, they're very distinct, and they all have a very specific use. So let's establish our main light. That is always where I first start. That's where my first exposure reading is taken. And I establish that foundation. And then everything is then relative to that. My background lights are either brighter than that or darker, and everything is relative to that one main light. So I use a 4-foot by 6-foot softbox. And I had it worked in really close to my subject. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. The first reason is real simply this. It's a big source. Anybody can take a great picture with a big light source. The size of the source for me is all about giving me the ability to soften the edge of those shadows. That's primarily my first goal. But as a byproduct of that, I also get softer highlights. I am a comedian. I do have a lot of fun, but I certainly recognize the importance when I'm photographing. You can create a relaxed atmosphere, or you can create a tense atmosphere. I'm not a psychologist, but I certainly know how to put people at ease. All right, now we got a picture shaping up here. This 4-light setup for me is just fun. This is an opportunity to utilize a kind of a cool setup where I've got this nice burst of light on this smooth white background, this white wall, if you will. But then I've got these twin accent lights coming forward toward my subject. Anytime you've got accent lights from behind, what you have to do is establish your exposure on your subject, take a reading. In this case, I shot at f16. So I had to make sure that those twin accent lights were reading at least 2 stops below what I was shooting at. So in this case, they were reading around f8. In order to keep detail on those highlights, you've got to make sure that those accent lights and any light coming forward is at least 1.5 to 2 stops below whatever it is that you're shooting at. Profoto, it really comes down to quality and durability. They work, they do what they're supposed to, they do it really well, and the consistency of that is pretty important.